Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Red Flood as Germany. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we've intervened in the Austrian Civil War, which should hopefully mean that we can kind of just dominate the region. We're currently trying to get our way down to the focus, where we just basically get cores on all of Europe, and we'll see what that does for us. It'll make things interesting, to say the least. Again, I'm kind of surprised that you can get that event so fast, or the focus so quickly. So, you know, it's just a bit surprising, I would say, that after, by the time you can probably hit like, yeah, about August, probably, you can already get cores in all of Europe. Seems a tad bit overpowered if you ask me, but what do I know? And soon we will have complete victory in Austria. Anti-nationalism has been finished, so let's go down to weaken national identities. And soon we will have a great European empire. Once we take over Vienna, of course. Austria is basically, you know, the first stop along the way. We're already at 18%. I think our next target is definitely going to be the Dutch. Just having them be under our control seems like a positive move. Where are you going? You're just leaving. Okay, I mean, that makes my job simpler. We're going to attack like this, try to surround Vienna, get them to get the encirclement penalty. You guys move into Graz as well. After this, then you can move back to the border of France, which has gotten slightly longer, but that's what it is. It is what it is. So we still don't know exactly what... Okay, we at least know they're collaborating with Escaron. They're not going down the anarcho-primitive route, unfortunately, because that would have made the campaign a lot easier, to say the least. If they just went down the one tree that more or less makes all their troops absolute garbage. So try to, you know, surround them in as many possible ways as possible. Like, if we can break them through here, these guys are all going to be stuck. Slowly just kind of squeeze them through. And I'm not too sure what's happening here, to be completely honest with you. These guys are trying to retreat, but then they seem like they're retreating infinitely. So I'm not too sure. We are out of fuel. And that's an issue. We only have 2 fuel in our entire country. So Romania. No, not Romania. Maybe like Iraq? Something like that. United States. You're already trading with people. Yeah, 4 factories here. Import slightly less from you. We'll cancel our Lend-Lease. I'm not even too sure how much oil. Like, I'm not too sure what I'm actually giving you. Do not give them any oil anymore. They don't have any troops. So giving them more units probably doesn't matter. Or more oil. Probably doesn't matter too much. Okay, again, they're not too sure what's actually happening here. Vienna doesn't seem like it wants to break. And that's probably because we have no fuel right now. Even at 27, we still are not making enough fuel to actually do anything with. Which is probably an issue, depending on in which circles you run in. You're just very, very well defended, huh? Okay. Fine. Well, we'll stop the attack for now. You help out in this attack. Send this tank over here to help out in this attack. And again, just getting these guys surrounded is going to be good for us. Back up to speed 5. If we can national identities. And now let's just get cores on literally all of Europe. And I believe we're going to get a new name and a new flag. So it absolutely makes it all worthwhile, right? Do you connect here? No. Experience country. Enemy air superiority somehow, even though I have no planes. I mean, Hungary might have a plane or two. I'm not too sure. Okay, so this area should break soon. Which would mean that all of these guys on this side should not have supplies anymore. And you can tell they don't have supplies because they're immediately trying to counterattack out of their out of this pocket that they built themselves in order to try to save themselves. But of course, that's not going to work. I'm assuming these guys to the north probably have enough supplies that they're not going to be worrying about it. But these guys to the south are definitely going to start to hemorrhage units, to say the least. If we can get everybody into Vienna, we will at least get like an encirclement bonus on them. So you guys don't have low supplies at the moment, but you will probably soon. And then these guys can deploy further up north. Which again does make our lives easier. And then we attack the Dutch afterwards. Once World Revolution is ready to go, we attack the Dutch. Seems like a solid plan. And then they have, I mean, 9 to 22 divisions, though, is getting a little bit higher up there. 4 to 7, but they're backed, unfortunately, by Sweden, which I don't want to deal with right now. But Sweden only has, like, 9 to 16 divisions. Which really is not a lot. Czechoslovakia also basically has nobody in their army. So that's also another way you can look at it. Like Austria, at this point, I would just give up. Does France not count as part of Europe? Do I not get a new flag? Okay, that's a little bit disappointing. I can see that I do got the cores, though, so that's at least good. Let's get that war support and the stability back up. We do need that. And now everybody doesn't like me. Because I have claims on their territory. Why do I not claim Spain? Or why do I not claim any part of France? I don't understand that part too much. But I do have CBs basically on everybody else, so... Or I've cores on everybody else. They should all realize that I am better than the rest of them. I'm a little disappointed that we were not able to get a new flag. I really thought that could have been something that we could have gotten. What do you mean you have a strategic reason not to ally with me? Fine, you try your best, Uganda. I don't think you're going to be able to get much done, though. Russia's declared war on Novaya Russa. So do you actually have... No, your things still don't actually do anything, unfortunately. Oh, that's not true. Some of it... Some of them have things. This single tree works. A single one of their many, many trees actually does something. Which doesn't sound as impressive when you put it that way. So I legitimately don't know how I'm actually going to defeat them in Vienna. Spanish Civil War has started. We got CNT, the Spanish state, the Spanish Republic. And I thought there was a third person, but maybe not. And you would not join our faction because apparently you're a different ideology. Fine. I didn't want to be your friend anyways. So you guys have fun over there. How are you not dead? Actually just die. Thank you very much. Well, I can do that thing where I've tried doing before, where I just kind of make... Like, I give them territory to expand into. But unfortunately, because Hungary's actually here, that plan won't work. Because I don't think the Hungarians are going to give up land. Even though it would definitely make things easier for us if they did. So we're already getting these ones done. Get better research slot, even though it's still like over a year ahead of time. Why? I don't like having to scroll all the way over here every single time. So, I think we want stability. Just another 5% stability. Thank you. But I also don't think they're going to actually leave Vienna. I think they're fine just sitting in Vienna forever. Apparently we do have air support. Like, we do have air superiority over the Alpine region, but that's not saying too much. So, you know, we'll see what's going to happen here. I think our friends actually apparently done the most to cause world tension to skyrocket. Are we really in forced isolation? We are. Is there a way I can get rid of that penalty, please? Plus efficiency caps, consumer goods go down. Stability, stability, stability. Replace something. I mean, do you actually do anything, though? Nothing really, I think. So, the Bavarian question. Maybe that'll be what we do afterwards. I don't know how to get rid of forced isolation, but I don't see why being in forced isolation would force us to not attack people. But what do I know? How entrenched are these guys? Right now, about 20%. Spanish State has already... No, Spanish State's already winning. And they're probably definitely going to win. I would be surprised if they didn't. Okay, so Revolutionary Japan has won in Japan. Are they... Would you want to be in my faction? No. CNT, why would you declare war on... Oh, because they claim Catalonia. I see. Well, let's discuss the Bavarian question. I have no idea what the question is going to even be, but might as well talk about it. So you are at 30% penalty. We're also at 30% penalty. But enemy air support within the city actually is kind of bad. So I think we want to take over here first. if we possibly can. Again, they have actually, like... They got really high defenses, is how I'm going to... Really all there is to say. It's going to be very hard to actually break through here. We get slightly more tungsten from... British Malaysia. If we break through here, get the encirclement penalty, then Austria should be dead at that point. And France is just invading through Spain. And the Spanish state under Jose Sangirio is also accelerationist. So definitely, the accelerationists right now are getting pretty strong. They have few... Is Yugoslavia also accelerationist? They are. Are any of you also accelerationist? No. You are revisionist socialist. You don't want to, do anything. You don't want to join my faction, even though I think you really should. Let's get these guys come down south. Now that you're all stuck in Vienna, a 30% attack penalty should be enough to try to hopefully dislodge you. Even though it's probably going to cause us a lot of casualties here. So what do we want to do with Bavaria? After we know about the ideas to turn Bavaria against us, we cannot ignore them much longer. We have to act fast before Bavaria destabilizes us even further. However, there are two ideas brought forth in the Reichskongress. Comrade George Engel wants to appease Bavarians by giving them more power to the peasants' councils and hiring the standard of the living in the countryside. Comrade Herman Gartman, on the other hand, thinks that we should collectivize the lands and use our VKRSS to solve the situation. I think we need stability, and I actually have so much political power that why am I not spending it? That's a great question. Go up to limited conscription for free, basically. All of these are empty, else they would be glowing. And I think just decryption and research speed probably our best option here. Even with their encirclement penalty, though, they are still really able to withhold us for a while. Propaganda might not be a bad idea. But also, I want that extra research slot. I think that might be useful. You are for the military. Karl Marx line. There was a Luxembourg line. Let's just go for a stability boost, because our stability is still pretty bad. And nobody likes us right now. And that's understandable, given the fact that we have decided to make everything in Europe a core of ours. And essentially, my plan here is to just never stop attacking them. And eventually, like, we have more troops than they do, so eventually they have to more or less die. Eventually, they have to die. No matter how many lives it takes, Austria will be ours. Or, you know, at least in our faction. As you can see, we are definitely killing them. Like, they're just getting deleted. Decentralized planned economy. Seems okay, I think. I mean, it gives more stability. Plus efficiency growth, base plus 5%. All seems decent. I guess the research slot actually doesn't help us out too much, because I'm already kind of at the limit to what to research. But soon, Vienna will fall. I'm going to annex all of Austria. That'll show. Pass, 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 pass. I mean, technically this should all go to the commune. But on the other hand, I could just take it all and annex the commune myself. Is it Control Shift F? What opens up this? Yeah. Just gonna transfer all of that towards me. Thank you. Is that a little bit cheaty? Probably, but it is what it is. So we're gonna get you guys on the border with... I mean, Czechoslovakia, what are you... 13 to 22 divisions is really not a lot. Put you on the border with you. And I think you'll be the first target for my grand plan of annexing all of Europe. But I think it's going to be a good time to end this episode. So thanks so much for watching. My name is Anthony. If you enjoyed, remember thumbs up. If not, do I can always thumb down. Want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.